In a year full of news, a handful of stories rose above the rest. We're taking a look at some of the top stories at channel3000.com over the past 12 months. Here's our digital content manager, James Langer.
There were a number of stories that received a lot of attention on channel3000.com in 2023, but these are the ones you helped make the most viewed of the year. In January, local principal Beth Steffen was hit and killed while trying to cross South Sayin Road in Fitchburg.
I went through some really horrific things, and just knowing that she was there to listen to me is what kept me here.
That section of road had been slated for redesign to make it safer, but the project had been delayed. It's now slated for construction in 2024. In April, Madison police made an arrest in a series of incidents last summer that saw a cord stretched across a bridge on the Badger State Trail near Allied Drive, injuring at least one biker. Police said they were able to match the DNA to someone living in the area. The man later reached a plea deal with prosecutors, pleading guilty to 2 felony counts of second-degree recklessly endangering safety. He has a sentencing hearing scheduled for January. In May, a cross-country and track coach at Janesville Craig High School was arrested after a recording device was found inside the girls' locker room.
Not knowing if it was isolated to a certain few students or if my daughter could have possibly been in any of these videos changing in the locker room, it's just a privacy thing. It's very uncomfortable.
The investigation into Brian Kitzman went on for months, ultimately ending with Kitzman facing a total of 19 charges. He pleaded guilty to all 19 counts last week. His sentencing is scheduled for May. In early September, a UW-Madison student was brutally assaulted in downtown Madison. Responding officers called it one of the most horrifying things they had ever seen. The suspect, Brandon Thompson, was arrested a few days later, telling police he went into a rage that night and that the victim, quote, came across a monster.
Her life is forever changed. Her family's life is forever changed.
Thompson's next court appearance is scheduled for February before a possible trial. And on Labor Day, a pier collapsed at Memorial Union sent dozens of people into the water.
Nobody knew what to do. Nobody knew what was happening at first either. Nobody expected something like that to occur.
A video of the collapse posted on Channel 3000's TikTok account has been viewed nearly 20,000 times. Officials estimated between 60 and 80 people were on the pier at the time of the collapse, and more than 20 people were hurt. Luckily, nobody was seriously injured. We also launched a new mobile app this year. You can download it for free in your app store to make sure you don't miss any of the top stories of 2024. For News 3 Now and channel3000.com, I'm James Langer.
And those were just some of this year's most viewed stories. Tomorrow we'll have a closer look at the 2 stories that generated the most interest online.